Hello?
Hi, Jack.
No!
Oh, wow.
Yes, I've just received the news.
Okay, do not panic. I'm on my way.
I'm on my way.
Come in. Hi, Jack.
Hi, Angel. How are you holding up?
I'm okay.
Look at you, being all strong. But anyway, all will be well.
Are you okay?
Well, I just lost my best friend. But you, how is it that you're this way?
Come in.
Hi.
How
are you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm fine. I brought you some.
Juice. Oh my God.
You're welcome. You look like you've been hit by a bus. Why do you have a long face?
Why don't you have a long face?
You get the glasses. I'll handle this.
Okay.
Sit down, Jack. Why do you have a long face?
Make a wild guess, Ruth. My best friend, the guy who took me to church for the first time, is dead.
Oh, was that him? You know, he introduced me to the choir. You remember the first time I walked into practice?
You mean last year?
No, silly. I've been in the choir for 2 years now.
I thought it was only 1 year.
It's been 2.
No.
Angel, tell him I've been in the choir for 2 years now.
All I remember is you singing off key for a very long time.
Angel!
Especially that song, the one from Zimbabwe, the one that made you cry.
Now that's when I remember. I mean, you were so carried away that you didn't even care that you were hitting the wrong notes in that service.
Do you remember the whole church stopped singing and everyone was looking at her?
Well, times have changed. Now I'm better.
Well, darling, you still sing a few notes that are not on the keyboard.
I'm not tone deaf, people.
Well, whatever tickles your fancy.
Is that a dare? You wait. Kudenga kwa kanaka hakuna matambuzo.
Jesu ndiye mambo
Tichanogara naye kude.
You see?
Yeah.
Kudenga kumusho wa baba mufaro chete chete never chende vake.
Man, that was Robert's favorite song.
And mine too.
Then, how can you be this happy?
Because
We believe.
What do you mean, you believe? Robert is dead. Our Robert is dead. But you guys seem to be laughing and you seem to have a good time. I mean, what kind of hate and hypocrisy is this?
Jack, please pass me that Bible.
Where?
Over there. Actually, you read it.
Why should I open?
John 11:25 to 26.
Okay. John 11:25 to 26. Jesus said to her, I am the resurrection and the life. He who believes in me will live even if he dies. And everyone who lives and believes in me will never die. Do you believe this?
Let me give you Robert's favorite verse. 2 Corinthians 5:8. Pass me the Bible, please. Second Corinthians chapter 5 verse 8, and it reads, We are of good courage, I say, and prefer rather to be absent from the body and to be at home with the Lord.
David begged God not to kill his son, but when the son died, he rose up and worshipped God.
2 Samuel 20.
12.
We all loved Robert, and he loved us. And that is why we are happy. We are happy because we have a deeper understanding, an understanding beyond the troubles of the world. The understanding is with that of David and of Paul, that we will be happy at the end of it all and live eternally with the Father.
Why do you stagger in your faith this way? Can't you see the promise?
Promise. Robert used to talk about the promise. It's like he knew where he was going.
He actually did.
What?
There's so many things you do not know about Robert.
Robert was my best friend. How can you talk about him like that?
Calm down, Jack.
Don't tell me to calm down.
She has a reason why she said that.
Yes, because she didn't know Robert as much as I
Jack,
did.
now that's uncalled for.
It's okay, Ruth.
See? She knows what I'm talking about. Now, let me tell you who Robert really was. Why do you have to be so unprofessional, man? Get it together, man. I need to call that guy. Yeah, hello, bro. Yeah, remember the guy from church, the poster guy? He's here, man. Of course I know him. He's literally outside our door. No, I couldn't finish. Hey, Mom. Yeah. Okay, yeah, Mom. Of course. Yeah, I'm kind of busy right now. So, do you mind if I call you later? Okay, thank you. And say hi to Dad. Okay, fine. Thanks.
Wow.
Look, man, I can explain.
Relax, man. You don't have to explain. Like, I think she really loves you. You know, not all of us have the privilege of calling back home. Cherish that.
Really?
Could you at least let me finish my story?
Amazing grace, how sweet thy sound that saved a wretch like.
Imagine that's what he did. He broke into song in a toilet.
That saved a wretch like me.
What? You left?
As opposed to what? Listening to a man sing in a toilet?
Hello.
Come in.
Ah, what a coincidence.
Imagine this guy brought me coffee when he was coming to complain about a poster I didn't deliver.
I remember that poster. You took 3 weeks to make a poster.
Nonsense. It took me 5 minutes.
Yes, after 3 weeks.
Thank you. Are you done upgrade your link?
No. Let me call the owner.
So you're Jack.
Huh?
Okay, your brother told me that you are to make me a poster.
Huh?
Anyway, don't worry about it. Just tell me how far you've gone, or if you've started.
So, something really funny happened. So you see, me and my friend Gabriel decided to take a matatu. And our conductor, he was a very, very shabby guy. And it's like he didn't have any part of life.
Really? That's the story you went with? A conductor?
Well, the story worked like a charm.
Oh, please.
And then I looked at him and told him, "You look like a bad coin."
You're quite a storyteller. Maybe I should come here more often.
So, Robert, what is it that you do?
Well, I'm in the praise and worship. I think you should come sometime.
Who? Me? No thanks, not me.
Why not?
Well, I'm kind of I kind of have a gig on the weekend, and I'm kind of a tech nerd, and I do DJing on the weekend. But there's no gig.
Of course.
How about a deal? I come to your gig and you come to church on Sunday for choir practice.
Wait for it. Well, your design is done, sir. Home run.
Oh, wow. This is so great.
Wait for it.
And you've just done it in 5 minutes.
What?
Home run.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, how did he know?
Well, anyone with a good eye should have seen that you were trying to buy some time.
Well, was it that obvious?
That day he told me he met someone great who did not know he was great yet. He kept talking about how fast you are with a poster.
He saw others before he saw himself.
Yeah. I remember it like it was yesterday. Robert sang with so much passion, so much...
Fullness.
Yes, that's the word. Full. Robert's soul was so full.
Every time he talked about living as Christ did, I saw it in him. The way Christ came to earth to reunite man to God.
But you see, some of those assumptions you have about Robert are not true and cannot be true.
That is why I tell you there are so many things to not know about Robert.
Such as what?
Ruth, do you mind telling us how you met Robert?
Come on.
My first impression of Robert was like something of a dream.
How can someone so full of life not want life?
That is why I tell you there are so many things you do not know about Robert.
Like what?
There's somewhere I want us to go.
Okay, what are we doing here?
Oh my goodness. This is where I met Robert for the first time. You've brought us to the beginning.
Yes, Ruth. There are many times I ask myself questions that I don't have answers to. And when I feel pulled down, many people who've been through this have told me, And one of the ways to get through it is to go back to where it all started. I mean, think of the bleeding woman. She should have given up, but she kept hoping and hoping some more until her miracle happened. And blind Bartimaeus, he also hoped until his miracle happened. Tell us your story, Ruth.
Oh, hear the angel voices. Oh, night divine. Oh, night when Christ was born. Oh, night divine. Oh, night. Oh, night divine.
This day is marked in my diary. This was the second time I was meeting Robert. He had gathered everyone to surprise me. When I opened those doors, I was met by a love I never knew existed. The ascent of emotion in that room was something out of this world. Now that I think about it, he was still struggling at that time, and we did not even know. But how could we have known when he was the one always being strong for us? To everyone, he always seemed to have it together. He was a leader in all ways. I remember that day I got carried away during worship. Me and my off-keys. No one had the courage to talk to me about it, apart from him.
How did you find that?
Well, embarrassing for starters.
Maybe to you, but for me, I think you have something that is rare. Your faith. You know, when you sang, I could feel the spirit. How do you do that?
I'll tell you. If you tell me how you sing with so much,
Fullness.
yes, fullness, that's the word. Music stopped being just melodies and instruments to me a long time ago. It became somewhere or something I don't know. I just know I can run to it every time I'm alone. I can't tell you the number of times in the midst of tears, those kind of tears that split your heart into two, and you're there wondering what you ever did to deserve a kind of treatment. Those are the moments I have screamed. My lips will shout for joy when I sing praise to you, I whom you have delivered.
Psalm 7:23.
Yes.
Here's another one. Let the message of Christ dwell among you richly, as you teach and admonish one another with all wisdom through psalms, hymns, and songs from the Spirit, singing to God with the gratitude in your hearts.
To separate the man from God was not possible, and we looked at each other, not knowing what to make of him. When he spoke, joy and pain seemed to dance in perfect harmony. Tears stopped, mouths gasped, hearts opened. This was truly a man who loved God, and all we needed to do was listen.
Hi guys. Thank you all for coming. I know it's Christmas, you should be with your families celebrating, but you're all here, and this really means a lot to me. As we all know, Robert is a very good friend of mine. But despite him being a good friend of mine, he lived a very private life. So private that there's some stuff that I got to find out about him after we broke up.
What? You guys actually broke up?
Yes, we did.
What?
Well, you never told me.
We were going through a lot of things, and I was trying to get him to talk about it, but he never wanted to open up. There were many times I wanted to show love to him. I wanted to walk with him in his journey. I wanted him to stop being the fish in the bowl that dies in the middle of the night because his cries were muted by the water. I wanted him to know he should not drown when I could pull him up. But like many of the young men today, he chose to die in the fishbowl. He chose muted screams.
Maybe he just wasn't ready.
What do you mean he wasn't ready?
You see, men are fragile, especially growing up. I mean, look at the statistics. You at least know 1 out of 5 men that are not brought up by both parents, or maybe haven't grown up in an ideal family of both biological parents. You see, they lack the equilibrium of male figures. And boys treasure the father's love. And if that love is not there, they'll topple over at the slightest push. Boys want to belong before they can own. They want reassurance every single time. Someone to tell them that they are men. And there's a scarcity in that. And that is why we end up with men who can't keep relationships.
Robert was sick from heart to body. He was a victim of abuse as a child. This is what he wrote in his journal.
Every evening as I lie down to sleep, I get flashes of my childhood. I was 12 years old when my innocence was snatched away from me. It was my uncle, and every time he abused me, a little life in me left. But from the scraps, I have forged a foundation. I thank God for showing me a light that was in me all this time. I was Saul, and his word like the harps of David. Calm my soul. I was dying Jacob, but like Israel, I straightened myself. Not for myself really, but for those that God placed on my hands. I was Jonah for a very long time, till God's hand brought me from the belly to preach to Nineveh. Only this time, not about doom, but the promises of Christ. I am loved. I am favored beyond what I deserve. Dear God, make me as delicate as the showbread to be presented before your glory. See, Father, I am carrying a big burden that has been with me for long, but I press toward the mark of the high calling. Make me strong for the little journey I have left in this world.
What was he talking about?
He was sick. He contracted AIDS from his uncle.
What?
And his body could no longer stand the ARVs and the antidepressants.
But we would have helped.
Yes, if we knew.
Drowning fish in the fishbowl. How did you know?
He started writing this journal, which I found wrapped as a gift with my name on it. And when he passed, I finally got the courage to read it. I got to know my boyfriend after he passed away. He wanted you guys to know what he wrote.
First journal.
How lucky are we to be counted among saints in the loving, peaceful, graceful love of God. How it feels to sit in solemnity of His presence. How it feels to know you are loved. How are we granted all this? Not by merit, but by grace. How great is it to stand amidst storms and hailstones and know that there in the dark of midnight and deafening thunderclaps, there lies a voice, gentle and beautiful, like feathers, afloat the gold-colored brook at sunset. A voice that warms your heart by the very utterance. A voice that says, I am here. I will be with you when you pass through rivers and fire, because I love you and know you by name. Isn't that a wonder? How refreshing is it to open your eyes yet to another morning, to face the day knowing there is a Father above that knows of tomorrow, so you can live today without fear. How is it that we are covered in His ever-loving wings? How is it that our sins are washed? How did the King of Kings come to earth and was born by the humblest of servants? How the shepherds and wise men were led through the night to be the first to witness the birth of the King in a manger. How beautiful is it to know that the Creator of the universe and wonders yet to be discovered, the God of gods, the Father Almighty, the great God, has favored us, feeble creatures. How do we thank you? How do we worship enough? How shall we sing? How?
Second journal.
Open my eyes, O Lord, to see beyond the illusions of the world. Open my eyes to see your glory even in the darkest of souls. Open my heart to see the promise of the Holy Spirit. Open my heart, O God, to accept the things that I cannot change. Open my heart to praise you in the storm and worship you in the moments of triumph. Open my mind to the beyond, to the vision of eternity, to the serenity of paradise, to the necessity of salvation. Open my hands to love unconditionally. Open my arms to embrace the broken and downtrodden. Open my arms to worship you in humility. Open the hearts of men to give home to the homeless, clothes to the naked, and food to the hungry. Open my heart to thirst for the foods of the soul. Open me, twist and turn my soul like gold. Turn me till you see your reflection in me, O Lord. When all is done here on earth, I pray that you open your arms to receive me in paradise. Open the minds of men to understand that tragedies of this world are all part of your bigger plan. Open doors shut by the selfishness of men. Open my heart to the never-ending will to press on to that place of spiritual quench. Open my eyes to see you in others. Open my mind to the understanding of Paul. Open my mind to the wisdom of Solomon, the trust of Isaac, the faith of Abraham, the selflessness of Jesus, the humility of Joseph, the favor of Mary, the fellowship of Peter, the leadership of Joshua, the determination of Isaac, the commitment of Elijah, the vision of blind Bartimaeus, the fire of John, the peace of Paul, the loyalty of Aaron, the music of David. Lord, open my mind. Open me up. Take me up in your arms and make me small. Make me invisible, that only you can be seen in me. Open my hand to write praises to you. Open my mouth to speak of your wonders to the world without ceasing. Open my ears to listen to you when you speak to me through men. Open my eyes to see you in every step of the way. And when my time is done, O Lord, open your gates of heaven.
Third journal.
Praises that flow from my lips belong to your eternity. Pace my heart to your liking, O God. As I walk through the tides of time, may I speak and act from your own forging. For what in the feebleness of humanity is to be compared to your majesty? Hope of God's deliverance, keep me warm in cold trying times. When the tongues of men beckon me away from the course, when the fires of men are ablaze and touching my very core. Your peace suits my soul. Keep my eyes fixed on the promise. Send brethren to remind me every time I stray that the promise will always be bigger than the present. Let me pursue your word with a burning flame that can't be quenched by the libraries of temptation. That no mountain, valley, desert, or sea shall hold me captive. I, without fail, prepare my soul for the day of summoning. When I'm no longer needed in this world, may I walk into your arms with the saints at my side, praising you, for you guided me home. Pages and pages of praise I shall present before you, of every time life brought me to my knees, where I always met you and you renewed my strength. I shall preach, not by words, but by actions to everyone I meet. I shall place your name above all others, uttered by my lips.
Fourth journal.
Elevate my understanding to borrow from the fountain of wisdom that flows freely from them that accept Christ. Take me to explore the wonders of your love, the great love that washed us to be as white as snow. Extinguish the fire of worldly desire, blow it away to extinction. Erase it from my mind, that I may forget that I ever existed. Teach me to express my desire to your unending glory. Engulfed in your wings, I wish to stay there, marveling at your majesty and worshiping your presence. When my time has ended, may I be welcome home, and may there be peace, joy, and love in the world I will leave behind.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
I've been dreaming of a city far beyond the sky, where the suffering's over. Spread my wings and fly. When Jesus says it's over, oh, what joy that will be. Where it's no more dreaming, I'll be home at last. I've been dreaming of a city, Jerusalem, Jerusalem, Jerusalem. I've been dreaming of a city, Jerusalem, my home right up in the sky. I've been dreaming of a city, Jerusalem, Jerusalem, Jerusalem. I've been dreaming of a city, Jerusalem, my